everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another layout. So I'm going to be scrapping another photo of Linus. He did not love beds, but when he got older, especially when he hurt his hip, he really liked this little comfy bed that I had gotten for him, and he would lay on it. He liked to lay on that spot on the floor, and it just hurt me looking at him because, he was older in his hip and that kind of thing. So I bought him this little bed, and then sometimes I would actually even bring it up on the couch for him to make it even softer for him. So that black paper there almost has like a cat's paw shape in it. It's Echo Park Meow. It's the kitty stripe paper. And then the stripe paper, funny enough, is from Photoplay Cat Lover, and it's the Pounce paper. And I was just kind of playing there with that blue paper, which is the navy dot paper from Photoplay Cat Love. It's the Here Kitty Kitty. Kind of playing with where I'm going to actually position that that photo on there. I did cut it down a little bit. Right now I kind of have two focal points down there, which I'm not loving. So I moved the that little wood cat that I had there, and that's from Shadney, who has an online store. And then I added that four-legged friend die cut, and all the die cuts here, the ones at the top that I'm working with right now, that little banner and the purr, are from the Echo Park I Love My Cat frames and tags. And now I have another one that says check me out, which is cute. So I'm kind of playing around with what that cluster is going to look like up at the top. I had one wood cat left, and so I thought that I would a lot of puns today. I'm doing a lot of videos today, accidentally puns anyway, but I thought I would try to use it up so that it was done, because I'm not going to have very many cat layouts to do any longer. So then I decided to turn this piece in a banner. That's kind of why I cut it, and I was letting it sort of hang off the edge. I haven't done that. I like to do that every so often with the photo mat, where the photo mat's going to be. And now I've justified it all the way back to the right side. Now, by the way, you can see that I've got it's my 1/3, 2/3 formula, but in this case, the 1/3 paper is on the right and not the left, which a lot of times you'll see it on the left, and that is because the direction of the photo is facing left. You can see his body is kind of directed to the left. If I had put it on the right side, it would have felt weird because he's looking off to the left side of the layout. If I'd put him on the left side of the layout, he would have been looking off the page. So if you're feeling a little unsettled about your layout, look at where the line of the photo is. Like if you have people in it, where are the people looking? So I forget to talk about that, but that is why I did that on this particular one, why you'll see that for me. And I think naturally a lot of times I start that on the left because we read left to right. So you have all the action going at the top left down to the bottom right. But in this case, that would have looked really off because of the direction of the photo. But you'll see that's, I think, why I end up a lot of times my 1/3, 2/3, that 1/3 piece is off to the left. And 1/3, 2/3, most of the time it's a full background page, and then I just cut a strip for the right side. And I do, by the way, I said 1/3, 2/3, but a lot of times for me the 1/3 is a little too narrow for this particular formula for me, the way I usually scrap with it. So usually that, like the stripe paper, the 1/3, I'll cut to either 4.5 or 5 inches most likely. That's what I usually tend to do. So it's a little bit bigger than that ratio, I guess, is my point. But that's just if you're looking and yours don't look right. So there I just grabbed a little emoji, a wood emoji, and then a heart emoji there. They're both from Studio Calico, and it has a frowny face because I bought him this bed because he, his hip was bad and he was having some problems. So it wasn't a happy occasion for sure. And this, honestly, if you've been following me, you know that I have had to have Linus put to sleep earlier this year, and this was sort of the start where I really saw the decline. So this part is sad, but I do love, remember him fondly, both him and Lucy, his sister, who had to be put to sleep last year. But so that part's nice to see photos of him again, but kind of a little bit of a sadness here because he, that was, like I said, the start of his decline. So, all right, back to the layout. We don't need to talk about all that hard stuff today. All right, so I am now adding in I'm going to use some Altenew Doodlebug, or not Altenew, some Altenew Red Cosmos enamel dots. Oh, actually I did do this. Okay. So I didn't think you saw this. I'd forgotten, but I realized I needed a place to journal a little bit about what was happening here. So I'm grabbing these Ellie Studios labels. And then I think I actually ended up putting the title on after I shut this off. And that is, that title, when you see it, will be the Red Doodlebug Alphabet Soup Ladybug Alphabet. So you'll see that there were a couple of things that I shut the camera off and then realized, something's not right about this layout. So I think you're going to see the enamel dots come on, are not going to see enamel dots. That's one of the things I did later on. All right. And there's the still shot with the enamel dots in the alpha and a couple of detail shots. Bye, everybody.